little kids that you would get up on a Saturday morning and the whole morning would be cartoons?
Yep.
Grab your pillow, take a blanket, lay on the floor in front of the TV.
How are you, my friend? With my brother over what we're going to watch.
This is Rob Del Casal. Rob brings to us some of our high-end electronics. The brand name VIZIO is a brand name that just by their sheer quality, you think they've been around forever.
Right.
People know the brand name. It's a 14-year-old company.
14-year-old company, but they've really jumped to the top in terms of quality and in terms of production of TVs, and in terms of just everything that everybody wants in a TV. VIZIO seems to be giving them.
This is a monster TV.
It's beautiful.
At a great price.
It really is.
This is the 49-inch. This is the VIZIO that gives you all the advanced features that people are now asking for in the higher-end television sets. And we've got it at a very, very fair market price. We're going to give you easy pay to go along with it as well. The thing that makes this the perfect TV is the fact that now the picture quality is superior.
Yes.
It's so much better than we've ever had before. It's a beautiful TV. It's an extremely thin frame.
Yeah, only about two and a smidge, that's the technical term,
yes.
In depth. And what makes it so great is that it's LED lit, but not just LED, it's something called full array. And I don't want to get too technical, but what full array means is that the lights are across the entire back of the television, and the advantages to that are many, because what that will give you is uniform light when you need it, but also there's what's called active zones in the LEDs that are intelligent, that will change and will adjust depending on what is on the screen.
So if it's a dark horror movie,
yes,
and there's an area that's supposed to be black, it is really black.
Right. It's not going to be that charcoal gray that you get on a lot of TVs. It's going to adjust to give you the blackest blacks, the deepest blues, the shades of those purples, and of course the bright, vivid, vibrant colors in between. So you're going to have a contrast ratio that is 20 million to 1, which means the difference between the lights and the darks, which means it's really going to give you the true colors and the wide variety of colors that are supposed to be in the picture.
Rob, I want you to repeat that number again.
20 million.
To find a television set at $699.94, that has a contrast ratio of 20 million to 1. They've added things in here like 4 HDMIs, which means you've got all the hookups. It is also a true smart TV. And with that, what I'm talking about is it has built-in Wi-Fi for some of your favorite apps, including this guy right here, already built in to the TV.
And so easy to access. There's a V button for VIZIO right on the remote control here. So when I press that, if you notice, this tray comes up at the bottom, but also let me press it twice, Dan, and show you something else, because this is VIZIO had the best apps to begin with, but now they have even more. These are just on the My Apps, the My Favorite page.
Right.
You know, there's a little menu up here. I have My Apps, but all the things that people want, YouTube and iHeartRadio and Facebook and Netflix and Vudu, and how about a QVC app, okay? But I want to go over here and I want to show you all the apps. Press all apps.
So if you have a wireless router in your home, the TV will find it, and now you have basically the internet on.
Yes, and if you want to
49-inch TV.
Right, you want to hook it up wirelessly, you can. If you want to hook it up via Ethernet, you have that jack in the back. But this is just an example. There's things for kids like Toon Goggles, or Crackle has a lot of things for TV on it as well you can go to. And if I wanted to make one of these my favorite, you can customize this. So all I need to do, one of my favorites is Pandora. I love to listen to music. Okay, I just press the button, and if you notice, I press the button, and what happens, a little star will come up, and then you'll be able to put it on your main screen. So when I go back, it will be on the main screen where I put all my other ones.
Now, I want to point out very quickly, we have it sitting on an additional piece of equipment that for an additional $149 is blew me away. Amazing. This is their Soundstage, and we'll talk about it in a bit.
Yes.
The audio, quite frankly, has not kept up with the visual, because everybody wants these razor-thin TVs that are about that fat. And when you do that, you don't have the depth to be able to put a bigger woofer speaker in it, and you lose some of the audio. But if you go to a movie in the theater and you don't have the orchestration, you don't feel the movie.
Yeah, and we'll get to hear it in a short period of time. But another thing that makes this really outstanding in terms of the picture is the fact that it is a 240 hertz refresh rate. People who know TVs know that some TVs have 60 or 120, and the higher the number, the better, because what it does is that no matter how fast the action's moving, whether it's a car chase, whether it's a sporting event, whether it's that ball zipping across, you know, from a hit from a baseball bat, it's never going to be blurred or trailed or ghosted. It's always going to be crisp and clear. You'll be able to see the stitches on that baseball.
And the bigger the TV, and this is a big TV,
yes,
the bigger that issue had become. So you get the higher refresh rate, 20 million to 1 contrast ratio. Oh, by the way, you get a 2-year warranty. You normally pay for the additional 1-year warranty. It's built into the price today.
Yeah, and you know, VIZIO stands behind their product. You won't have to worry about that. And that's what's so great. They had a lot of add-ons in this TV that normally you pay for. One of them is that extra warranty. The other is 4 HDMI inputs. Why do you need 4? Well, because you're hooking your cable and satellite. You're hooking your gaming system up. You're hooking your Blu-ray players up. You're hooking your home theater systems up. They all use HDMI. And so you don't want to unplug one to plug in another, but giving you 4, and they're giving you a USB input. So if you want to put movies or music or pictures on a thumb drive, you will be able to plug that into the TV and access that as well.
So if you are looking to upgrade a television set, or you finally want that big screen TV in the den, in the living room, VIZIO is truly an exceptional company. They were not the biggest. 14 years ago, the company didn't even exist. And they came into the marketplace and absolutely crushed the competition. They're one of the biggest manufacturers now worldwide in big screen TVs because they add the features that people want, little subtle things.
Here's another one.
When I was younger, I didn't care about this. But have you noticed how sometimes when you turn up the volume on your TV and then a commercial comes in and it blows you out of bed or blows you out of your easy chair? They've synchronized their audio so that does not happen.
It's called True Volume. So you don't have to worry that the commercial is going to like blare you out. It's going to be a consistent, so it's always pleasant to listen to.
And not all TVs have that.
Yeah, the other thing is they have picture over picture, which I just accessed the QVC app, and if you notice the item on air right now, that's us. So this is live right here. But what's great is that you never have to leave your programming to access your app. So you're not going to miss what you were doing to check out something else. It's ingenious. Another that's an upgrade feature.
So you don't wait for the commercial to find out what's going on Facebook.
Exactly, and to get in and out. The other side thing I want to show you is, you know, when you're accessing things like Facebook, you have to type in a lot of things, and typing it in with a remote is usually very time-consuming and difficult. I want to flip this over. I love this. The other side has a QWERTY keyboard on it, so that when you need to type in things, whether it's numbers or letters or anything, you will be able to have a full keyboard to do it. You're not going to press one number at a time, then have to scroll all the way back with the arrow keys. This is one side of the remote. This is the other. There's your keyboard. I mean, they just keep thinking of how to make things better, and they keep the price incredibly down.
If your price factor is $700 on a television, if you walk into showrooms and you see them stacked up, lined up on the walls, you can tell which is the VIZIO. It's the one that tends to draw people's attention. Our price on this is really fair market value. And with 6 easy pay payments of $116.66, your television is probably the appliance that you use the very most.
And you know what? These are very easy and intuitive. Like I said, this is the tray of my apps, your favorites. You can add or subtract from this tray, and then if I press the V button twice, again, it'll bring up full screen all the apps you want to go in there. The other thing is, if you're not sure how to use this, you want to call customer service, 100% US-based customer service, which, you know, really people like.
Once you have a smart TV, it makes all other TVs seem somewhat obsolete. And they are constantly going to be updating those different abilities for you to download those apps. And it works wirelessly. This is their